Cuttings are sometimes seen as something that can be a little bit tricky, but by and large, they're not. They're very straightforward. I love growing plants for free and enjoy the whole process of germination in its various forms. And so I try and do as many as possible. But the following 5 I would recommend to anybody, if nothing else, to start out. Now, growing from seed is the easiest way to grow anything. And probably the easiest of all plants to grow is salad rocket. I love its pepperiness. Just sow the seed, within a few days the seedlings will appear. If you sow them direct, you can leave them where they are. If you sow them in a seed tray, you can prick them out and then plant them out about 4 or 5 weeks later at whatever spacing you want. But if you want something to eat from your garden, that is certainly one of the easiest things you can do. And from that, any kind of salad or lettuce grows very easily from seed. Cuttings are sometimes seen as something that can be a little bit tricky, but by and large, they're not. They're very straightforward. And we take an awful lot of cuttings here. Just the other day, I took a batch of salvia cuttings, and they are a really good idea to take from because they take easily and they're an insurance. You keep the cuttings protected over winter, and it means that if you lose the parent plant, you've got healthy young plants to replace them the next year. When it comes to houseplants, I have found that aeoniums, that I love, are one of the easiest plants to reproduce by cuttings. Simply cut a straight piece of stem with a rosette on the top of it, and then put it to one side and leave it for a week or so to callus over. Then put that into some perlite or even some pure sand, water it, and it will almost inevitably produce roots and a healthy young plant. Another way of producing plants is by division, and the 2 that I would recommend are the first are hardy geraniums. They have fairly fibrous roots, and you can just pull them apart, and you can take a large plant and divide it into as many as half a dozen or even 10 baby plants that you grow on, and that will give you really good coverage in a year or so. Another plant that is good to divide are hostas, and instead of pulling them apart, you simply cut them, either with a sharp spade or even a bread knife works very well. Cut them into quarters or even slice them like a cake. Plant them out and you'll have lots of new hosta plants.